right, Shalom. I'd like to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Kakwadash. Double honors unto the apostles and elders of GMS who rule well, teach well, being great examples to his younger brothers, and peace and blessings, salutations, and hopefully after pushing his word in truth and in sincerity across the four winds in the name of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, pushing to get up out of here. Shalom to the hopefully the believers, the listeners whom have came back to the obedience of the scriptures through faith in Yahweh Bashim Al Shai. And what I want to get into this morning, dealing with the morning exhortation, is having a Moses mindset. All right, having a Moses mindset, and you get, pretty much the mindset of Moses when you go to Hebrews the 11th chapter. All right, now when you go to Hebrews 11 and 24, it says, by faith Moses, when he was come to years, refused to be called the son of Pharaoh's daughter. And it says by faith. So Moses had to have faith in something. And you have to remember that, the promise was given to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And the descendants of Jacob, those 12 sons, had became a nation within Egypt. So we have to understand that promise, was spoken about amongst our people. Moses had to know about the promise of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, to have faith. He had to have faith in something. When the Most High was dealing with him, came to him in the burning bush. See, he had to have faith. And that's what, made him make his decision. So Moses' decision making, what he did, was based on faith. Our decision making in the days to come is going to be based on faith. It has to be something that we believe in that's going to fuel our decision making. You see? So everything begins with faith. Moses, was moved by faith. All right? Do we believe the gospel or not? That's what it's going to come down to. In the days to come, it's going to come down to, do we believe the gospel or not, man? So reading on, verse 24, means verse 25, it said, choosing rather to suffer affliction with the people of the Most High than to enjoy the pleasures of sin, all right, for a season. You see that? So Moses rather suffer affliction with his people than to enjoy the pleasures of Egypt for a season. We have to understand that Moses, the position he had in Egypt, was far above any position that any Israelite on earth has today. What Moses gave up, you see, Moses was really in the ranks of rulership. All right, a nigga today is nowhere near the ranks of rulership. He's just, a nigga high status today is a decorated slave. When you look at Mayweather and Jay-Z, they're nowhere near in the ranks of rulership of this empire. All right, this beast system. Moses was in the rank of rulership, far above, like I say, any of these niggas of the day, man. But what was his mind frame? He'd rather suffer now and get the promise later. You see? And that's the mind frame we have. Instead of putting energy into striving, and building here, we'll suffer particular things now for the promise later. And that's the mindset that we gotta have, man. And Moses was that great example. Was a great example. Reading verse 26, and this the point: esteeming the reproach of Yahweh Shai greater riches than the treasures in Egypt, for he had respect unto the recompense of the reward. Yeah, he had respect to the recompense of reward, which means he valued the promise of Yahweh Bashim Al Shai over anything in the earth. And that's the mind frame that we gotta take into these times, is valuing, all right, the reward and the promise, the goodness of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua above anything else in the earth, man. There's nothing that can be offered to us in the earth above the reward that's promised in the scriptures, man. And that's the mind frame that we have to take into this thing. You see, there's no value in selling out. All the value is in this eternal promise. This is an eternal promise. You know? Esau finna come with his whack ass pseudoscience and, you know, false promises. But we should esteem the promises in the scriptures far above anything this earth has to offer, man. And Moses, all right, he lived it. So we have to go into this thing with a Moses mindset. And that's the point, man, a Moses mindset. Remember the mindset of Moses, you know, in these times, man. As we're in spiritual Egypt. So Lord will, you brothers and you few sisters will edify. Till next time, I say Shalom. Hey, Kwam Yasha Allah, DTA soon.